Harris. If I were to ask Vice President Harris a question, I think I would ask her, how soon do you think we can get the Equality Act passed?
How about Donald Trump?
I would ask him, do you see me as a human?
Oh. I'm sorry.
If I were to ask Vice President
We can't show you his face. It was blown away by this man's 12-gauge shotgun. Unfortunately, the murderer never should have been there. He should have been in jail. Broussard previously was convicted of brutal assault. San Francisco's liberal DA Kamala Harris put him back on the street instead of in jail. Now, Harris has blood on her hands.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is a journalist named
That's right. You guys are going to see in 2024, when there's a red wave and there's a landslide, what's going to happen. And if you guys try it again with what happened with the last election, with the cheating and the changing the votes at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the, what was it? The suitcases coming in, people running votes through the machines more than once. We're tired of it. We're done. We're voting for Trump. We're gonna be voting red all the way down ticket. We're gonna get Mayor Adams out of here. We're gonna get AOC out of here. It's over. We're tired. That's it. That's right. You guys are going to see in 2024, when there's a red wave and there's a landslide, what's going to happen. And if you guys try it again with what happened with the last election, with the cheating and the changing the votes at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Hey man, I just crossed the border from Mexico. You got any health care? I need to go see a doctor. It's been a long walk.
Welcome to California, brother. How are you doing? Yeah, take this right here. This will get you everything covered for free. All right?
Gracias.
Do you have a phone by chance?
No.
Oh, here you go, brother. Here you go.
Wow.
Oh.
America?
I'm assuming you don't have a place to live right now. Do you have a house?
No.
Here you go. $30,000 for a down payment.
Wow.
Welcome to America.
Yes.
Hi. I just saw that guy walk out with a bunch of free stuff. Can I get some?
Yeah. What country do you come here from?
I'm an American.
American? What do you want? Like a handout or something? Why don't you go get a job, pay your taxes? How else are we going to afford to pay him?
Are you kidding me?
Americans. Entitled.
And when we fight, we win! And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win!
One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government shouldn't be telling her what to do. One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do. What I call an opportunity economy, so that every American has an opportunity to own a home, to build wealth, and to start a business. So every American has the opportunity to own a home, to build wealth, to start a small business.
And when we fight, we win! And are we ready to fight?
And he is out for unchecked power. That's what he's looking for. He wants to send the military after American citizens. He has worked to prevent women from making their own health care decisions. and threaten your fundamental freedoms and rights, like the freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. And he is out for unchecked.
Obama ain't shit. Obama, you ain't shit, motherfucker. You gonna sit here and try to single out black men and saying black men vote for Trump is not acceptable? Oh, we gotta get election from you? Well, oh, man, please, man. How about that? Obama, you can't say nothing to me, home, when you created a whole thing where a motherfucker that look like me can go to a female restroom. All because of you, man. All because of you, man. You ain't, man, why don't you how you gonna single out black men? You better be lecturing white men, Asian men, Jew men. Don't single us out because we as black men woke up and we seen Kamala Harris for 4 years and do shit. And this woman got on the View and said she was one of the top decision makers in the Biden situation. She wouldn't change nothing. She wouldn't change nothing. And you illiterate, dumb motherfuckers are sitting there, heard that and still gonna vote for her. That's you. I got common sense. And I also know that mental illness is repeating the same shit over and over again.
You're wanted in all these states in New York, in every country, because you are a bunch of thieves and criminals and liars. You are unbelievable.
Stamping fake addresses.
Because you are a bunch of thieves and criminals. You steal children.
Well, it seems
you have been wanted in 3 states in South America because you are still children.
I steal children.
Yes, they steal children. Yeah, they do. They take children. Yes, they do. You do.
Why did you say I reside on the address?
Yeah, look at that name. Look at that name.
Look at that.
You are not that person. You are a liar.
How am I a liar?
Because you lie.
Why are you stamping addresses?
No, because you are a liar. You are not that person. You told me yesterday you were that person, and you are not that person.
We're investigative reporters. How am I stealing children?
Why?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is this not you stamping? Have you done due diligence on this?
What due diligence on
what?
What diligence on what? What diligence on what? How do you know? No. There is no law for to receive.
Oh, there is a New York law.
No, there's no law.
15 days.
15 days what?
15 days they have to live here.
How do you know they don't live in the shelter on the beach?
Remember, Pedro Rodriguez's wife told us they were not a shelter.
Nosotros acá no somos shelter, ¿no? Nosotros no somos shelter.
What's happening inside that facility?
You know what's happening here?
They all protect each other. The NGOs.
They got some spotlight on us.
The federal government.
This is dangerous.
I don't think we can trust anybody.
America, we made it.
I'm the king of the world.
Follow the journey of the immigrants.
I can't do this, guys.
The journey of the children.
Oh, this is big time, dude.
We're in a cartel tunnel now, dog.
We're in a cartel tunnel. And the journey into human nature. Some things can't be read in a book or a newspaper. They must instead be lived.
There's nobody here to stop this. There's nobody.
Sent out a half-black man. So let me get this straight, because sometimes I'm not great at comprehending. Democrats sent out a half-black man to scold whole black men about not voting for a black woman who isn't even black. That's right. So let me get this straight, because sometimes I'm not great at comprehending.
The final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming, and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction. Most, if not all, that has transcended in the last 60 years was designed to get us closer to accepting such a dystopian reality. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. And the direction is a post-human world. For this, they first needed to destabilize, dehumanize, and demoralize humanity through every means possible. The destruction of the nuclear family, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in megacities and away from nature, toxic food, air and water, social media, replacing real human connection and interaction, engineered financial crisis and taxation, endless wars and massive migration, stress, anxiety, depression, drugs and alcohol, constant fear-mongering, moral relativism as the new religion, and I could go on and on about how humanity has been influenced and forced to move away from all the things that give us strength, security, purpose, and meaning. A weak, immoral, disconnected, ignorant, and unhealthy population is an easy target for the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. Masculinity is under attack psychologically, culturally, and biologically. Women are being replaced in sports, entertainment, and politics by men pretending to be women, and children are being indoctrinated at school to think that gender is a choice. The transgender movement is not a grassroots movement. It comes from the top. It has nothing to do with people's freedom of expression, sexuality, or civil rights. It's an evil psyop with a clear agenda to get us closer to transhumanism by making us question the most fundamental notion.
Obama. I'm black as hell. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm voting for Trump. Obama.
We have an old president in office.
Okay, so everybody seems to be worried about J.D. Vance and dishonesty, or Donald Trump and dishonesty. I never hear the same concern about Harris and the lies that she tells about Trump, or in Walz himself, who gave the most disastrous response to a question about his own dishonesty about being in Tiananmen Square that I've ever heard in a debate. He also did the same thing with Dana Bash when questioned about dishonesty a couple of months ago. And effectively what he has said is, sorry, guys, I'm too dumb to tell the truth. I mean, he called himself a knucklehead. I have bad grammar. This is a guy who holds himself up to be a school teacher and a coach. Is that the life lesson he's giving the kids that are under his care? Hey, you can lie, and then you can just kind of slough it off as being, you know, too dumb to tell the truth. I think we spend 99% of our time going down rabbit holes about Vance and Trump and honesty in campaigns, and we spend no time at all holding Walz and Harris to the same standard, and I don't understand it.
We have an old president in office.
Okay.
Hello, I am Demetria Smith, and I represent Reserve Your Rights, Texas. I didn't come here to beg, and I invoke each and every one of last.
So in 2020, it took 4 days to call the election in Pennsylvania. What took so long?
When you have half of your voters vote by mail, like we did in 2020, counting those votes takes time.
we saw for ourselves at a ballot intake center in Chester County outside Philadelphia.
So this is the actual envelope, and these where the ballots are returned in.
And this is a sample?
Correct,
Yeah.
yes. And this is
Elections
how we-
Administrator Karen Barsoom showed us how each ballot arrives inside 2 different envelopes.
94 ballots in one tray.
Processing them is a tedious task, which under Pennsylvania law cannot start until 7 a.m. on Election Day.
So when we do open it, there is another envelope. So hypothetically speaking, if we have 100,000 mail-in ballots, we have to deal with double the amount of envelopes, which is a long process. And then the ballots comes out.
And you can't count it folded like that?
Correct. We will need to have a whole different team unfold them, backfold them, to get the creases out as good as we can.
How long does it take to process each ballot?
Several minutes. It's not like done in a sec.